Welcome to Yellow Brick Road. I am Jordan, and today we're going to hear some from MTG, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and her, I guess, her problems with what's happening in Gaza, I guess, or Israel itself. I don't give her too much attention, personally, because I've seen people in the past, Tulsi Gabbard, who have said things while in office, but also, as soon as they get a chance to actually change something, they fuck it up. Tulsi Gabbard. But, you know what? Let's read through it. Let's watch the video. It's going to be her and Megyn Kelly. That's the video I'm going to be doing attached to this. And I guess I'm curious of what's going to be said. And honestly, I think my main thing that I might go over is like, hey, what could you do if you're a person like a high, what's the word? Uh, like high publicity person, and you have access to certain platforms. Like, is it possible to improve on how you go about that? So that's gonna be, I guess, part of my situation here. Unless I think she just nails it, right? I'll just be like, yeah, she's got it. But either way, before I get started, do not forget to share, support, hopefully donate to all the links in the description box. Check them out, read them, share them, then donate. All of it is very much appreciated. Also, check out the Discord link if you want to join the Discord that we are in right now. We are currently there. We are the YellBro celebrities. Please join the Discord if you want to. All links, description box. Okay. Here we have a tweet from Marjorie Taylor Greene, which is, I think, several days after she did the Megyn Kelly interview. And maybe this gives us more context or more understanding of where exactly she's coming from. Pause. But either way, let's read this. Here we go. And I think it's actually kind of interesting what she says. Not too interesting, but a little bit at least. Simple, dumb guy logic, right? If America was being bombed day and night because of something horrific our government did, and many innocent Americans and American children were being killed and traumatically injured, and we begged for mercy, but the rest of the world said, Americans voted for their government, so they deserve it. Their government is bad, so all Americans are bad. Therefore, this is what they get and must be done. And the world was silent to our suffering, and no one came to our aid. And our cities and homes were bombed and turned to rubble. And our infrastructure was destroyed. No farms, no grocery stores, no more organized society. And no one helped our injured and hungry children. How would you feel? What would you think? What would you do? This is what is happening to Gaza, where in spite of what we have all been told, many innocent people and children are being killed, and they are not Hamas. Does Hamas deserve it? Yes. I have problems with that one, but whatever. Do innocent people and children deserve it? No. The innocent people in Gaza did not kill and kidnap the innocent people in Israel on October 7th. Agreed? Just as we spoke out and had compassion for the victims and families of October 7th, how can Americans not speak out and have compassion for the masses of innocent people and children in Gaza? It's a good point. I mean, I was trying to get there at some point with the whole Charlie Kirk thing, but that was like blatantly like bullshit. We take Charlie Kirk and the dumb fuck sitting next to him, trade them out, and put this lady there instead. Not saying I have full support of Marjorie Taylor Greene. Not saying she means anything she's saying here, but if she's saying it here, maybe she'd say it over there, and thus these kids might have to actually ask questions of themselves. Just saying. Is one type of innocent life worthy and another type of innocent life worth nothing? For me, I think God sees all innocent lives the same, and He loves them all. As a matter of fact, He sent His own Son for all people. That's how much He loves us. That'd be a weird gesture for love, but fair enough. America funds Israel $3.8 billion annually for military aid. Actually, correction. U.S. taxpayers fund Israel $3.8 billion annually for military aid. That number is not as like. This is a low number compared to what I actually think gets sent over there, honestly, because there's like things that are like, well, we have the idea of like off the books stuff. Let's be honest. You have corporations or companies that will help bolster their economy over there and over here too, right? Like when we give them money and they buy weapons from us, it bolsters our not are a real economy, but like the businesses, their stocks grow, right? Uh, and then you have this year alone the well over $3.8 billion that have been sent over there. To be conservative, I guess, would be like 20 billion this year alone, right? And that's probably a low number, to be honest. But to continue on, that means every U.S. taxpayer is contributing to Israel's military actions. I don't know about you, but I don't want to pay for genocide in a foreign country against a foreign people for a foreign war that I had nothing to do with. Well, yes, you personally, but the government's been involved with this in a very long time. Very long time. And I will not be silent about it. So that's her statements from today, earlier in the morning. And I wanted to take this and kind of parlay it into her interview with Megyn Kelly, which was 3 days ago. Damn, Megyn Kelly, 66,000 views, bro. You should have more than that. Aren't you white Candace Owens? Have more viewers than that, bro.
This video is being suppressed.
Okay, it's the far left. The far lefties at Google shutting down Megyn Kelly, huh? Okay. But, all right. So this video in particular is going to be about Gaza. As you can see here, Megyn Kelly and MTG discuss and debate what's really happening with children in Gaza and propaganda. So I'm curious, based on the statements I just saw right there, if Megyn Kelly shows any sign of like bullshittery, let's call it some Charlie Kirking. Let's call it that. Charlie Kirking. If she does any form or fashion of that, Marjorie Taylor Greene should be able to like wreck her shit. Doesn't mean you have to be mean. Just means if you hear a point where it's like it's borderline propaganda, I think you want to call it out. But either way, let's watch Megyn Kelly and Marjorie Taylor Greene. Here we go.
Is the GOP turning on you because of this, or is it just loud people who, whose interests are more closely aligned with Israel?
Well, number one, so Donald Trump is the most attacked, I'd say, human being ever by the establishment media. I would.
Oh, establishment media. You did mention that Jesus guy, saying. Anyways, here we go.
Attacked, I'd say, human being ever by the establishment media.
Or maybe it helps.
I would say I'm the most attacked member of Congress ever by the establishment media. I have supported him unapologetically. They would love to be able to say MTG and Trump have split. And they're trying to say that, yet I talk to the president routinely. I text with him. He and I have a great relationship.
You would know if things were not.
So she's essentially saying that Donald Trump has the right to exist. Let me get my pleasantries of loyalty, I guess. Let me get those out of the way first, and then I can showcase like that should be like a worrying thing, I think, for regular thinking people. Like, well, that genocide thing that you're calling a genocide over there, like this guy's helping fund it. And if you think he's just some dupe, I think that makes you kind of a dupe in a way. That makes you like an ignoramus, in my humble opinion, based on the behaviors we've seen. At the very least, you have to like actually ask the question. Like really ask the question. But maybe she's doing pageantry for the Megyn Kelly audience. Who fucking knows? Either way, if she's doing it to be nice to Donald Trump because I care about his feelings and I don't want to let him know that, he's doing a horrendous job when it comes to defending civilian lives. Okay, it's not good enough. It's not. All right, here we go.
Not good.
Yes.
I can speak to that.
Yes. Now, here's the other side of it. I got elected on my own. I didn't get elected with a Trump endorsement. I beat 8 men in a primary who I respected every single one of them. I thought, wow, these guys are great. How am I going to win? But somehow I beat the heck out of all of them. So I also have the, I would say, luxury of being a very independent member of Congress. And
what's that?
Politicians that she ran against were great.
I guess so.
That's the first time I heard
What's funny
Something
is
like that.
what's funny is she probably said like simple ass shit.
And she ran on I'm a Trump supporting congressperson.
Okay, that might be even worse than I even imagined. I thought it was like the Trump run in 2016 or 2015, 16, right? Where it's just like your brother did Iraq. Like that's like just good enough, right? All right, that's good enough. We'll take this guy. So like she didn't even do that. You're saying she was just like simply just going like America first,
every
Trump, MAGA.
Yeah, like I support everything Trump is saying.
Maybe she means that they're like experienced politicians. But she was not doing politics before this, right? Or was she?
No,
I don't.
she
Was
when
she
she got
military?
no, she's like she's got her own businesses. That's her thing.
Okay.
Mhm.
Tell her to drop the pageantry and the pleasantries and be a real person. No matter who you're talking to. Tell her to do that. And you know what? Maybe one day. Wait, what state is she in? Maybe I move there and vote for
Georgia.
her. Georgia? Atlanta Braves? Sign me up. But first,
Not her district.
who cares?
You know she's not Atlanta.
It's in Georgia. No, it's in Georgia. That's all that
She's a
matters.
congressperson, not a Senate person.
Go ask her if she's a Braves
So it's
fan.
district.
Go ask her if she's a
Yeah.
Braves fan.
Oh, yeah. She's probably a Braves fan.
There you go.
I thought you meant she was in Atlanta. She's definitely not in Atlanta.
The state of Georgia, they're Atlanta Braves fans. It's their baseball team. Anyways, yeah, but she's got to show me more than this. This is not good enough. Like you have it like, okay, you saying these things about Israel and all this stuff, or about our foreign policy and shit like that. If you don't realize some of the snake eyes that start turning towards you, maybe they're not because this is maybe pre-planned, maybe like some sort of like conspiracy style thing is happening. I can't say I know, but if you're being for real, and people are like, "Yo, fuck this lady. She's not on our team. Let's get at her in some form or fashion." Or she has no power, so fuck her. She's not going to do anything about this. If you're not looking up around you, like, I mean, as much as I would have more more of a, I guess, not tolerance, but more of a, like, oh, you can mean well, but be like an idiot. Versus like, yeah, I'm totally just corrupt. I just do corrupt shit. I would have more of an understanding in a way. So, but either way, incompetence can lead to the same fucking shit that a corrupt person could be doing. Especially if you don't call it corruption around you. If you're just ignorant of it, as Alex Jones thinks Trump is. Yeah, and look how good Trump's doing. Let's say Trump's incompetent. Look how good he's doing. Right? If he's getting tricked by the deep state into making all these stupid decisions. Look what happened. Look what's happening to him in the policy. People are still getting fucking massacred. And not just Gaza, by the way. So, yeah, there's no room to be like no room for pleasantries when it comes to this shit. And if someone's ignorant about something, let them fucking know about it. Please. Or at the very least, ask the question. But all right, let's keep going. Here we go.
But somehow I beat the heck out of all of them. So I also have I would say, luxury of being a very independent member of Congress, and I can disagree with the president. I can, and I already have on multiple fronts. The genius.
I mean, Marjorie, if you're not noticing the guy's kind of full of shit and corrupt, like I don't know what to tell you. Are you like an Alex Jones fan too? If you can't see what the fuck that guy's doing, like I don't know what to tell you at that point. So if one of your issues is Gaza, and you're watching the president behave, you're watching Donald Trump behave a certain way, how do you take that as him just being stupid? I don't get that one. He looks very much complicit. Very much so. Which means it's not a matter of disagreeing. It's a matter of, you're full of shit, aren't you? I got tricked by you. It's never going to happen again. But instead, this is what we get. Quiet protection in a way. But then again, am I surprised? No. Right, we just saw her whole tweet about what's going on over, like, it's not too much detail, but it's like a complaint. Like, yo, this is not right. And why are we giving money to something this horrible like this? Like, they're killing children at some sort of all-time rate or some shit like that in her mind. How could someone accidentally do that? It'd be like desperation at that point, right? As far as like, oh, the guy's just so incompetent. You'd be like desperately like every day, like, please, man, look what's going on here. You don't get this? Right? You do every measure possible to try to correct his incorrectness. Is she doing that? Probably not. And why she's not doing that? Probably because somewhere deep down she knows this motherfucker's complicit in it. But also maybe wants to maintain her credibility. So thus she maintains MAGA credibility by saying, well, Trump's not a bad guy, I just disagree with him. And maintains her, I guess, populist credibility by saying, oh, it's a genocide happening over there. But, hey, I hope she's not just full of shit like that. I hope she's not just some strategist. I hope she is trying to do the right thing. But then again, these guys get passes because of the people around them. Like, Dubster looks like fucking Gandhi next to George W. Bush. But Dubster's takes are still kind of like dog shit. So, like, it is what it is. But compared to George W. Bush, I'm sure Dubster would be like, oh my God, we need to vote for this guy for president. Like, don't get tricked by shit like that. That's all I'm saying. All right, let's continue. Here we go.
And you're like somebody's retarded cousin.
On multiple fronts.
That was a good try.
The Genius Act that just recently
really
passed that set up the whole system for stable coin. And I didn't vote for that bill because it has a back door for a central bank digital currency, which I am largely against. And Speaker Johnson didn't allow us to do amendments on that bill to amend that part of the bill. So I said, I'm a no vote. That was President Trump's
You were
bill.
against the bombing of Iran. You said so.
Yep, I was against bombing Iran. I'm against paying for Israel.
Megan Kelly, what the fuck was that? What is that green screen pop up right there?
I'm a no vote.
Sorry, I'm
That was
distracted.
President Trump's
You were
bill.
against the bombing of Iran. You said so.
Yep, I was against bombing
Oprah.
bombing Iran. I'm against paying
Hit
for
subscribe.
Israel to continue to keep bombing Gaza. I think it's a humanitarian crisis. I've called it a genocide, and children are starving to death. I've talked to Christian pastors there that have told me that Christians have been killed and children are being starving against. I'm a Christian myself. I'm against children
Let's talk about that one.
starving.
There's daylight between us because I
Shouldn't just be Christian, but fair enough. I don't even think she's saying that. But she did have to bring up Christian, right? But her words maybe not. She might not be saying like just Christian children. But it's like a thing we do because we're in 2025 and we're all stupid. It works. And 30 years it might not work, but right now it works. As like a statement of like, hey, I'm good, they're bad. It works for now. All right.
Well, the way she said it doesn't necessarily mean that others are bad. Just that
Yeah.
as a Christian shouldn't do that. Like, yeah.
Just say I'm Christian. I'm good. They're not, they're bad.
Well, you could
Or
say
they're
that
they're not
you-
being good Christians if they are Christian.
right. Yeah, you could say that even of other Christians that maybe they're not acting according to like
Her idea.
their teachings.
All right, here we go.
Children
let's talk about that one.
starving.
There's daylight between us because I believe that children are starving and hurting in Gaza, no question. But I blame Hamas. I do see what's happening with the Israeli aid and the food trucks, and they get co-opted by Hamas, by certain Palestinians, and that's why. And the more suffering children they can get on a camera over there, the better in their minds. These are not.
Rude.
Yeah, that doesn't work in reality. at all? Right, that doesn't work in reality, actually. It, I'm sure there could be some people that are Hamas that get in there, but I don't know. Maybe Hamas is rolling up unarmed, and they're just like, all right, we're taking all this food. With what guns? Oh, fuck, I left it back in the fucking living room. Shit, left my gun over there. Right at these aid sites. Someone's running, like, I'm sure there's people with knives and shit like that, but yeah. I have not seen any evidence or proof that Hamas is raiding these places. Maybe afterwards, maybe like after they get the aid, they come back and then Hamas jumps them and takes the fucking food or something like that. But as far as I understand, they're not even getting enough food for even Hamas to be like, yeah, we're chilling, bro. We got all the food. Like, there's not enough for them either. Like, I'm just saying, in the way they're running these things, at least according to Tony Aguilar, they're not running it very correctly. And there's no like experts on how to distribute aid in like maybe war-torn areas. There's no one there like even concerned about that. Their actual solution is like,
Well,
hey, let's brand them with numbers essentially, right? Put them on like digital IDs, and now we'll be able to track who gets what and when. It's like what? We don't even have enough supplies there to really feed everyone in the first place. But you're gonna track who gets what and when? It comes off as like the Holocaust, like branding them with numbers. Yeah, good.
well, Israel police or military, they control what goes in and out of like the Palestinian territories, right? And we've also seen them like cement over farmland.
Yep.
So they run out of options of even where they could possibly like you're not even letting them make their own food in no way. You're like cutting that off.
Yeah. And the thing you're talking about was the West Bank, but it's as far as like there's evidence of how these people are being treated, or it's worse in Gaza. Yeah. Decent point. Um so yeah. Hey man, it'd be nice, Megyn Kelly, if you let like anyone in to inspect that instead of hired mercenaries by the US and Israeli government. Let a journalist in there. Let someone in there, right? To like see what's going on. But you're not even allowed to investigate it in the first place. So how the fuck are we supposed to know if it's strictly Hamas just stealing all the food? And there's been evidence of groups that are paid by Israel stealing fucking food and shit like that. There's been evidence of that. Can't say it's 100% true, but guess what? We don't get to investigate whether or not that's true. There's no one there allowed to do that. All right, let's continue. Hopefully, Marjorie Taylor Greene has some pushback against psycho Martha Stewart. Here we go.
Not honest brokers. They steal from their own people. They're happy to watch their children starve to death as long as they can put the emaciated baby on camera. It's disgusting. They don't have the same value toward human life that we do, and yes, that Israel has. I'm not saying Israel's perfect. They haven't executed this whole thing perfectly, not by a long shot, but when I see what's happening with the starving children, I blame Hamas.
Well, they
Am I
started
wrong?
it.
Do you,
Well,
why
they
do you?
Yo, Marjorie Taylor Greene. But yo, okay, let's go through the evidence. Like, show me the evidence of that. Show me. Where's your evidence for that? Well, we have this quote from the defense minister of Israel. Like, come on. Come on. If they're committing a crime, you can't go to them as like the main source of why something is correct or incorrect about the fucking murder. They're a source, but they're not the source. But then again, I don't think Megyn Kelly actually cares about this or any people dying over there. I don't think she actually cares. Marjorie Taylor Greene, the jury's out still. I can't say I know.
I see Megyn Kelly has told pro-Palestine protesters to get out of New York City. This is Megyn Kelly. Okay.
Would you expect less from white Candace Owens? Come on.
Hmm.
Not a team, bro. She's got to play her role. All right, here we go.
They started it. So October 7th was unbelievably horrific. It's unspeakable. what Hamas did. I totally blame Hamas. The war wouldn't even be happening if Hamas hasn't done all the things that they've done, right? Firing rockets into Israel, kidnapping and murdering all these people, suicide bombers over the years. Absolutely.
If you wanted to go through the laundry list of what Israel's actions in regards to Gaza and the West Bank, see how it's like, damn, you're supposed to be some person in a higher position of political power, and you're not even like researching these things. Crazy. Right? Isn't that crazy? In a way, she almost like, she gives room for the justification of what's happening right now. And by the way, forgive me for forgetting this, but Megyn Kelly said like, oh, you know, the Hamas is doing, and some Palestinians. Like, she snuck that in there, and they kept talking. It's like, don't be a ditz, fucking Marjorie Taylor Greene. Go do some fucking research. I mean, either way, at this point already, just from a couple sentences, I'm like, yeah, you probably shouldn't be there. Now, I know the fans will be like, what are you talking about? She's the best at this. Like, the best compared to who? Once again, Dubster's a genius next to George W. Bush. It is what it is.
Compared to all the rest.
Like, it is what it is. But, all right, here we go. Like, Joe Rogan's a genius. Next to, like, Joe Biden or something. And that's a sad statement. A very sad one. But here we go.
They started this and it's horrible. I think it's Israel's, they can pinpoint areas, but they're just mass bombing everywhere, and the videos coming out of there are terrible. I'll also say this, Megyn, that conflict has been going on I'm 51 years old. It's been going on way beyond before I was born or any of us were born. I can't even tell you I qualify to solve it. I think God is the only person that
You don't
can
think
solve
Mara
it.
Gaza is the solution?
No. No, not at all.
It's actually a decent question. Not that she meant it in that way, but okay, so you don't mean like, maybe you don't know how to solve it, but you definitely don't mean put beachfront property there to replace Palestinian homes, right? Okay, that's one chunk gone. Let's start shaping the answer from there. Dig more into it. What could possibly be something? I mean, because what you're seeing from the government, it's like, there's no way this is the answer. Just blank checkbook and do whatever the fuck you want. Cannot be the answer. There's no way she would even, like, obviously she's saying, like, that's not the answer. And just start from there. Just keep going. Anyways, all right, here we go.
My problem is, when you use the word genocide, like, I don't believe that, but I also don't
Why?
have any meaningful video or picture source that I trust.
Yeah,
You know?
I think
Yeah, they don't let anyone in there. They don't let people in there. So Megyn Kelly should be like, well, hey, I don't know who to trust here. So then lobby on your own show. You're talking to a mainstream politician. But yeah, we need like a bill or something for a disclosure act. Something to disclose what's happening over there. Because Americans are confused. We don't even fucking know what's going on. I can't trust any of the sources there, so send some American journalists in there that are willing to go over there. And let's see what happens. But somehow that logic wasn't picked out from the low-hanging fruit of solutions for the statement she just said. Somehow she can't contemplate how to, like, what do you do? God, who knows? Right, Megyn? Someone take her money away. I beg you, please. Take her money from her. Jesus, float down from her. Like, listen, you want to get into heaven? Get rid of your wealth. Get rid of it. Someone, please. Do it. Actually, I want Megyn to do it herself. That's probably that's the right answer. But then again, if she was willing to do that, maybe she learned something and doesn't need to get rid of her quote unquote wealth. You know, one lifetime on Earth wealth. Anyways, Oh, did you guys want to say anything? Please, go ahead. Just ranting away.
Well,
Yeah.
to for her to say she doesn't know, like she didn't trust any of the news sources. I definitely agree. You know, like it's okay to be skeptical of any individual like piece of video or evidence. That makes sense. But I'm I'm also thinking based on what she said so far that she has taken that decision preemptively before, like she's not looking at very much. I'm thinking based on what she said so far,
Yeah.
because there's there's so many things that you if you look at it, it's like, all right, this isn't just like one viral video or one thing that maybe somebody
Yeah.
faked. There's a lot.
It's
And
image
even
after
if you were to
image.
take like Trump's own videos, like, well, I mean, it's a different thing, but like when he drops bombs on people alive and they're no longer alive, and he shows you the videos,
Yeah.
like you're seeing things that are like you don't doubt that, right? So what's going on? Like you can, there's so many videos that
Yeah.
unless you think they're all faked, I just think that she's not looking. She's turning her face and not
Probably not.
staring at what's in front
I
of
get some ranch.
people.
Oh my, this fool's ordering food again. Little troll, little fuck. He wonders why I insult his intelligence. Anyways,
Thank you.
yeah, yeah,
Oh
Marjorie,
yes.
you guys got smartphones, right? Bro, I will fucking move you, little child. I will, baby.
No.
Holy fucking Christ. Order your food over there somewhere.
All right, well, thank you, sir. You have a good night. Be safe.
Get up, sir. Have a good night.
You okay, honey?
Dubster
I'm in
unmutes when
Arkansas
he's about
right
to
now.
order food.
Yeah, I'm
Just
in
unmute.
Arkansas right now. So the thing that I think you're missing, what
My
Megyn
name.
Kelly just said right
I'm
there,
holding her name in my hand right now, so you know. But go ahead.
what Megyn Kelly just said right there was, I can't trust any of the videos I'm seeing in Gaza. And I think she means I can't trust no Palestinian. And I think she's not saying she can't trust anything from Israel. She's saying she can't trust anything from Palestine.
I think that's pretty obvious where she's going.
Thought she was a journalist, but
It's just
I guess
whatever.
so.
I think we understand what uh, psychopathic white Candace Owens is doing. Marjorie Taylor Greene, though, hey, like, oh, well, Megyn, you have a smartphone, don't you? Let's watch some videos. Tell me if you think it's fake or not. Let's go over it. Because Marjorie Taylor Greene's stance is that like they are starving children, they are bombing children, they are shooting children. So go over it. In fact, you have government access to documents and shit like that. Let her know. Like, oh, you don't. Wait, Megyn, you don't believe me? You don't believe me? Okay. And just watch her show tank from there. I mean, it's probably already trash and it's only watched by neocon type people. But why not embarrass her in front of her own fans? Why not? Not that the point is to embarrass her, but I'm just saying, like, it probably would embarrass her if you're like, all right, you don't know, oh, you don't know, you don't trust anything. Okay, let's go over some things that I think seem like pretty credible. Let's go over them. Oh, we're on a time restraint. Sirius Radio, Sirius XM is like, we're almost out of time. Like, what's the point of your show then? Just save it and put it on YouTube later. Point of your fucking show then. Anyways, here we go.
I think it's fair to say that no one does, right? Although I haven't seen the number of dead children, injured children, starving children coming out of the Ukraine-Russian conflict like we've seen come out of the Israel-Gaza
But isn't that
conflict.
because of the Palestinians and their amazing propaganda abilities? Like, I think that's the reason, because the Palestinians put all this on camera and release it. That they make sure that we see this, which is another reason to be suspicious.
Now, before she said Hamas was doing that, and now she's saying Palestinians. Are they the same thing? What do you think, Megyn Kelly? Just simple, logical questions to ask from here. See what happens. I know I'm a harsh judger, but that's worthy. All right, here we go.
And their amazing propaganda abilities. Like, I think that's the reason, because the Palestinians put all this on camera and release it. That they make sure that we see this, which is another reason to be suspicious of it. You know, I don't know what I'm being fed or for what purpose.
Yeah.
The Ukrainians aren't doing that, and the Russians aren't doing that.
But why not, though? Why isn't Ukraine and Russia
they're not good at propaganda.
doing that to each other?
See, this is
Well,
what
I don't know. I think Zelensky's pretty good at propaganda.
maybe, but I guess he doesn't have like the lifelong commitment to it that the Palestinians. I mean, since I've been in news, the Palestinians have been doing this,
Since
and they're very good manipulators.
Since birth, they've been manipulating. Since inception, they've been doing it.
Wow.
Oh,
They don't have a
fuck.
building left. They don't have a building left in Gaza for the government, but they're good at propaganda to this day.
Does Megyn Kelly know she's like repeating propaganda,
Yes.
or is she, like I don't know if she's.
She's a well-to-do
I'm gonna
girl,
so far
so-
take her word for like her being innocent and just parody it, but on the surface she's saying a lot of the same kind of words as the Douglas Murrays, but
Yeah.
she hasn't given any of these like clear telltale like that she knows what she's doing in the topic.
See, that's where I was gonna go, where it's like, yo, Marjorie, say like, well, a kid got bombed yesterday. How do you know that's true? If you hear that response, you stare at her, you're like, okay, I get it now. You're that. You have your they live glasses on all of a sudden. Like, okay, I see what the fuck you're doing. Got it. But for some reason, these like, once again, I don't know if Marjorie Taylor Greene means well or not. I'll leave room for the possibility. I'm not saying like that's like such a far away idea. She could mean well and just be like kind of not realize there's snakes in her fucking room, all up in her fucking garden and shit. There's snakes everywhere. But at some moment, an IQ test happens right in front of your eyes, and you have to like see what you're seeing, right? To realize like, oh no, this is someone forcing that. Now, someone could be like, okay, that's quasi normal behavior because people have their biases and they hug their biases so fucking tightly they don't want to let go. But I think with certain questions, it's like now there's like no doubt about it, in my humble opinion. Right? We could say Alex Jones loves Trump's dick so much that he behaves a certain way. But after all these statements where he's like going out of his way of stories that aren't even as popular right now to like preemptively make this, a bombing or an invasion of Venezuela look good. It's like, at some point you have to be like, are you full of shit, man? But something tells me Marjorie Taylor Greene, if she starts yelling or getting mad or like shaking or crying or anything, or it's like, yo, what the fuck you doing, man? Maybe she's like, okay, I'll lose political points for doing that. Right? Like a strategist might do. Not saying she is, I'm just saying like some people hide their true feelings because if they come out of their face yelling at people, it looks bad to a dumb audience, right? But all right, whatever. All right, there's a million possibilities. All we can do is look at it and say ideas we're thinking about. Here we go.
I mean, since I've been in news, the Palestinians have been doing this.
Yeah.
And they're very good manipulators of media, of cameras.
You've been in the news business much longer than me.
I've been burned enough times by that.
Roll out
like
the
I've
red
gone
fucking
with their
carpet.
numbers over the years enough times. I've been like, oh my God, this is another fucking lie. All I do is make up lies and numbers.
Right.
Then you run.
And just roll the fucking carpet out for her, Marjorie. Yeah. She'll don't worry. She won't be like, like Megyn Kelly's not in her mind. She's not like, oh my God, Marjorie's being so nice to me. We could be like best friends. She's not doing that. She's like, good. Keep rolling the fucking carpet out. I'll walk all over you. You just made a statement about what's happening over there. That is, you're saying something extremely destructive is happening, right? And on a moral level, it's fucking wrong. And she's like, well, all they do is lie. All they do is lie. Well, you have been in the news longer than me, Megyn Kelly. Thank you. That's your response for this? Like, fuck, look, like trying to look or appeal as being graceful. You can be graceful while also calling out bullshit, shit you don't like. You can do both at the same time. True grace, not on TV grace, to where you look nice. You should be able to show up in a fucking t-shirt and shorts and wreck her shit. As a Christian, if you will. Anyways, here we go. More disappointment. Okay.
With it, and you know, if you're smart, you pay attention, you get burned, then you realize, oh, I do not trust the Hamas Ministry of Health. So that's kind of how I've come.
The title's actually Gaza Ministry of Health. It's called the Gaza Ministry of Health. But she knew to say Hamas instead. Once again, another thing that should be blatantly telling. So you've heard of numbers from the Gaza Ministry of Health, and you were told to say, like, that's bullshit, and replace the name Gaza with Hamas. So you're going to call it the Hamas Ministry of Health. It's in your face insulting. She's saying, fuck you 10 million times to your face, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Or you're both actors and she knows that. Sorry, but there's room for that conversation. This is weak. How many have to die before you're like, yo, this is fucked up? And you're out here selling it. You're selling the fucked up shit that's happening over there. And you might not change your mind till the fucking thing's over. Psychopathic, white Candace Owens. Fuck. I don't even know how she has a fucking career still, to be honest with you. Like, how'd she make it here? Is there that many neocons like floating around here? Oh, I get it. When she called out CNN, hey, oh, yo, Megyn Kelly, she's really good about this. With no questions, huh? You let it get this fucking far to where there's an actual blatant evidence of motherfuckers killing civilians on purpose, and she's out here defending it. Oh damn! I must have got Megyn Kelly wrong. Oh shit! What a look at you fighters out there. Look at you, fucking dummies. Yeah, you're gonna change the fucking world. Sure, you're the ones, huh? Dummies. Here we go.
Come to it.
Go get your girl Marjorie.
I also feel like
go talk to her.
it's also undeniable that at this point Israel has lost, or most charitably is losing, the propaganda war.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and I know
that is directly from Netanyahu's fucking mouth. Like, word for word. I kid you not. Those are his exact words. Losing the propaganda war. Hey, guys, why are you calling your perspective propaganda, too? Why would you do that? It has, like, a negative connotation as far as I understand. But guess what? These master manipulators, they're not that smart. What they do is they take advantage of dumb motherfuckers. Get them to do their bidding for them. That's what usually happens. Losing the propaganda war. Israel is losing the propaganda war. Probably, quote word for word with fucking Netanyahu. We just saw him fucking say that. Here we go.
Why? They're not fighting it as well as Hamas. They never have. And I think people gave them a huge benefit of the doubt in the beginning of this war. It was like we were still getting bombarded by images and false facts by the Palestinians. But it was like, you know what? You can't, we're impenetrably on Israel's side. We saw what you did on 10/7.
On 10/7, like it's 9/11. Like, oh my God, this works on people. Who does this work on? She's blatantly interchanging the word Palestinian and Hamas with each other, like in Gaza, like just willy-nilly. Like in her mind, I think they're all the same thing. Well, for what she's supposed to be selling, they're all the same thing. And if you can't see this fucking witch for what the fuck she is, you're a dummy. Yo, Marjorie Taylor Greene, if she's right in front of you saying this stuff, if you fall for this, she's not gonna fall for it. I don't think. But PR, outward, external character, what she says out loud, that character's gonna fall for this shit. Which makes your character fucking stupid. The character you're playing for us is fucking dumb. Let your real shit out. If you're real in the first place. Maybe you're full of shit. I don't know. Step on that fucking plateau and let it be known. Otherwise, you're letting,
Are
like,
people getting their information from Megyn Kelly? Like she used to be on Fox, have a big audience. She might, I imagine she still does. Um, if people are getting their information from her, uh, they would be missing out on a lot, right? On this topic, at least.
I mean, if their own children were being fucking scarred and massacred and killed and shit, and Megyn Kelly sold it and they bought into it, or sold it as like, oh no, that's something else. That's no, it's a new health treatment for them. No, your kids are liars. Actually, your kids are just liars. They're dead. No, they're lying. They're lying with their dead bodies. How come every time your kid gets blown up, someone shows up with a camera, huh? Why is that happening, huh? Looks like propaganda to me. That shit flies somehow. Like she has said everything in a succinct way that should, like, Marjorie Taylor Greene, based on what her beliefs are stated to be, she should be wrecking her shit right now. But of course not. Because I'm a lady. All right, here we go.
It's been 2 years now.
Yeah.
And I know Israel says, well, we
Yeah.
still have 20 hostages left, or whatever the exact
20 that
number
are
is.
alive. 50, but I think they say they think 20 or so
That are alive.
Yeah.
But my question is, how long, and with all due respect to the hostages, how long can we justify nonstop war based on the hostages? And it's not that I have no empathy for the hostages. It's just at some point, war must stop, or at least we have to stop funding it at some point.
That's where I'm at. We don't need to fund it. That's
Your answers went from a fuck my life. What are we fucking doing? She did everything to sell the events that are happening, to make them work in regards to the propaganda side of things. Now she's like, but you're my guest, so I'll say this. Get the fuck out of here. There's no way you're easily tricked like this, Marjorie Taylor Greene. I'll take your job, bro. You go enjoy some Braves games. I'm protesting the baseball right now. So you go enjoy some Braves games, and I will take your spot and destroy this wench in front of everyone. I'd let her spank me, though. I'll be honest. You can spank me. Anyways, here we go.
Hostages, and it's not that I have no empathy for the hostages. It's just at some point, war must stop, or at least we have to stop funding it at some point.
that's where I'm at. We don't need to fund it. That's where I'm at. I can't fix it. I can't even step in there and come up with a solution to repair it. You want to know why? I can't even relate to it. I don't live there. I don't live on either side. I certainly do not support Hamas ever, never couldn't even defend them in any position. However, I do know all the videos and pictures I've seen of these children. I do know that, but I can also say Americans don't want to fund this anymore. We just don't. And I also can say Israel, and even Lindsey Graham said it recently. He said, if Israel wanted to commit genocide, they could.
It could.
And you want to know what that is? That's an admission by Lindsey Graham saying that Israel is completely competent. Therefore, why are we funding it?
Can I ask you that? Because my understanding.
My life, dude. See, part of me thinks, and I considered it like with the ceasefire, right? Where I made the argument like, okay, they're rearming themselves, right? The U.S. is handing them more arms to use in the coming shit going on, right? The future war stuff, genocide stuff. But I think you'd be a fool to say that they don't have like reserves. Be a fool to think that. So, yeah, I'm sure as far as like what they're doing, which is, let's be real, people with not enough food, to where they have low energy, they can't move around so fast, or walking miles just to get like some grains of fucking rice or some shit like that to last like a sack, maybe barely a sack of like flour or something like that to sustain them for like fucking weeks or something. Like, right? It's not gonna. They're not gonna have much of a fight to push back on. Thus, yeah. And if they go for occupation, right, where there's more bullets used than there is just dropping bombs from the sky, like, yeah, this whole little thing about like, well, see, look, if Israel wanted to do this, they could. Like, they have enough means to do it. It's like, maybe they fucking do. And if one day Donald Trump gets on camera, he's like, all right, we're pulling back our funding from Israel. We're gonna sit aside. We're gonna step aside and let them. They have to be their own sovereign nation, and they just continue what they're doing and just massacre people. Like, that's not good enough, right, Marjorie Taylor Greene? Whether we're paying for it or they're paying for it, either way, this is wrong according to your Christian values, right, Marjorie Taylor Greene? Hey, this is not okay, right, Marjorie Taylor Greene? In fact, within your own country, it demands like a retrospective look at like what the fuck were we doing with this country the whole time? Like what happened with them? But are people going to use their brains? Of course not. Again and again, of course not. Here we go.
Understanding is the reason, generally that we fund Israel so much more than
Intelligence.
a lot of other countries is where we started. That they really are the only democracy in the Middle East. There's only one Jewish state. There's some 30 Muslim nations, but only one Jewish state. So they need to exist.
We feel
They
bad
have no
for
place
the
else to
underdog.
go. It's not an area of the world that's very hospitable to Jewish people.
Right.
And they are allied with the United States. They seem to share a lot of our values. So, like, you watch, I mean, this is a weird way of looking at it, but
I got nothing.
I look
guys.
at what's happening in Dearborn, Michigan,
It's
with
pretty
like
obvious.
the call to prayer 5 times a day on the streets of an American city, and Muslim immigrants coming over here and having 7 children each family. And look at the birth rates in Europe right now,
Yeah,
which are
plummeting.
largely like non-existent for white native Europeans, but sky high for Islamic immigrants, many of whom are Islamists. And I think this is like an existential situation here. Is it so bad to have this one country in the middle of the Middle East, which is a very rough neighborhood, Syria, Lebanon, that likes us, that will help us, that would, if we ever had a conflict there, help with our military staging, that has amazing intelligence that it shares with us, that
happens in several countries in the middle. Wasn't there a
If
whole
we
story
ever-
about Trump getting an airplane from fucking Qatar or some shit like that? Like, wasn't there a whole thing with that?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
If we ever have a conflict in the Middle East, then they can help us out. You said
Right.
if we ever have a conflict there.
I know.
Oh.
There's that, and there's also like when we did have a conflict in the Middle East, Middle Eastern countries helped us out with that. 100% that happened. Like, what the? It's. I know she's dumb, but like, Jesus Christ, yo, Marjorie, you better like, please do some studying on your own. I beg you to. Don't just listen to advisors or the MAGA crowd or MAGA forums or wherever the fuck you look at information at. Actually study the shit yourself. I beg you to. I beg you. Fuck my life. Here we go.
has amazing abilities to affect, terrorist takedown plans, which is also helpful. So like these strategic reasons make sense to me too for our understanding we don't have endless funds to spend.
Wait. Actually, hold on. Do we have any army bases in Israel?
Mhm.
Do we? Do we have any in Iraq?
Yes.
Syria?
Yes. Those are easy. Those are very easy. I was thinking about the Israel. I don't know.
Qatar, yes.
Yeah, Saudi Arabia. Yes.
Okay.
Turkey, yes.
Oh, Turkey. Yeah. NATO ally. Yeah. Huh.
Well, we almost don't even need all all of them if we have like all this bases out there.
Exactly. We don't need a satellite state. We are the satellite state in the area. Like we are our own satellite state. We're building our own cities for our personnel.
We need some scapegoats. Maybe that's what it is.
Oh, okay. The dirty Arabs over there. Got it. Dirty Islamists. They keep just breeding too. It's crazy. There we go.
Some there.
Yeah, that's been the
He
thinking.
is so
And that's
stupid.
what Americans have largely believed. And
tell
that's
he's
how
like
the U.S.
dumb as
government
rocks.
has largely functioned for as long as I can remember. Although if you look at Israel, you have to recognize in the context of these conversations, not only are they such a strong economic country, not only have they proven that their military they're annihilating their enemy almost,
Totally.
they're going to finish the job, and they're saying they're going to finish the job.
Pause.
They also have
What does that
nuclear
mean?
Not with
weapons.
Iran.
This is a nuclear armed nation.
So you're saying you agree with all that, but they got it.
I'm saying America is a sinking ship. We're sinking so badly. Our children have no hope of ever buying a home in the future.
Yeah, she's a Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's a bot, blatantly a bot. Now I was already aware of that, but I read her little Twitter statement. Right, I read all of that, which sounds like it sounds like someone who cares about all this stuff. And what did she go back to? Money. We're spending too much money. How about this, Marjorie? It's fucking wrong. It's wrong. What you're seeing there is wrong. Are you out here trying to convince Megyn Kelly of something? I mean, you better do some better assessments on this motherfucker. Let's just be honest. Megyn Kelly has given you no signs of fucking life there. I'm being honest with you. No signs of life. Her soul sounds as bombed out as fucking Afghanistan, bro. No signs of life. Is this what you're doing this for? Like, well, if you're going to appeal to someone, right? You're trying to like push past politics and appeal to someone. Wouldn't it be on like, hey, they're blowing up innocent people in mass? Well, I don't trust the. It's from Israel. Their numbers say this. They're saying they're killing civilians in mass. Now what?
I can't trust that.
Yeah, I bet. Fuck. That's the only argument you ever fucking need, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Appeal to the fucking hearts and minds and souls of people. Fuck. Trying to convince fuck Megyn Kelly. Talk to her audience instead. Hey, is there any life out
So-
there? Yeah, let me talk to you guys because she's just too dense. Doesn't get it.
Megyn Kelly trusts that. Well, I mean, we all are aware of the October
Life.
7th. She called it. Was it?
10,
Yeah,
10-7.
10/7, something like that. But so she trusts that, but that's it. Everything else, she don't trust it.
If it comes from Palestinians, you can't trust it. And her conflation with like Hamas means Palestinian. Stupid. Yeah. Appeal to the morality of the situation, Marjorie. I beg you to. Otherwise, you're just another lame duck. Same goes for you, Thomas Massey. If I see you out here, just say, the money. We're paying too much money. We're paying too much money. Like they're fucking burning, shooting, bombing, starving the people that are guaranteed not Hamas, aka little kids. They're doing all that to them in mass. In mass. It's like if that
Are
war
we
right there
sanctioning
made
that?
us $38 trillion, do you support it? No, right? So that's not the main problem here.
Have we
Alright.
sanctioned Israel for this?
Me personally, I'm
I'm-
not so much in the sanctions like that.
I know.
But by their
I'm
standards and
sure.
their rules, they would sanction them, right?
Yeah.
By their standards.
That's what I mean. Like the whole reason I brought it up is because I'm wondering like why we do that in what scenarios? Because what we're seeing seems to be farther than like it seems to be for any reason that we say we sanction others. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, this guy's killing his own people, things like that, right? Like I don't see any of those things to this degree. So I guess if they're our ally or something, then that's fine.
Yeah, who
Like
cares?
it really kind of removes the reason of why we sanction any country, right? Like
Yeah, it does.
I don't get it.
It does.
It's not the real reason then.
Actually, their stated reasons for not being an ally with someone is actually like, oh, this guy kills his own people, or this guy does that, or this lady does that, right? That's their reason for not being allies with them in the first place. But then we
Mhm.
have this here. And what do we do?
Especially if
Exactly.
you don't consider, as Israel doesn't really consider Palestine to be their own, to be an independent state, right? Like like
Yeah.
all of that is, they consider it their land.
Yes.
So
And if you call for
even
a
though,
Palestinian state, you're calling for
yeah,
the destruction of Jewish people everywhere, apparently.
right. So even though they won't accept the people living there as like maybe their same ancestry, but they are a people of that land. So if they're the people that live in that land, I'd say they're killing their own people, right? Even though they don't like count them as their people.
On the surface, yeah, sure. I don't know their entire genealogy or anything like that, but it,
Well, if you could do that with any of the other countries, whether it's Saddam Hussein, whether it's Assad in Syria, they have multiple regions of different heritages, right? And then you're like, oh, he's attacking the people in that region. They're usually not from the same like tribe that they're from, right? Like they're from a different thing. So they would have some kind of other ancestry. They're in the same country. So we say, oh, he's attacking his own people, right? Like that's
yeah,
exactly like I don't really see the distinction in that way, right? Like it's
yeah.
like how different is that? It's like really, we're just label things in a different way. What depending on whether we like them or not.
Well, these people are devil worshippers, most likely. Let's just be honest about this. So, logic, like if something, whatever it takes, will be done most likely because there's zero fucks given about your conscience, empathy for others, shit like that. It's irrelevant for what they like. They'll do anything. But, oh, these guys killed the 4 actors from the Teletubbies. They'll use that. Okay, we need to invade them. Whatever it is, like they'll whatever excuse is needed. These motherfuckers will do it. Apparently, so like it is what it is. Like you're dealing with someone who's lying, like just liars, right? And regular people on planet Earth have not gotten past liars yet. Blatant liars, and I mean like maybe the information you're ignorant about, right? But like the way they say certain things, like you can't tell that someone's fucking with you right there. You can't tell about you. You can't tell that. The fuck? You can't tell someone's fucking with you like right there. Does your mom talk to you like that, or your dad, or anyone? People you know in person, do they talk to you like this? You if they did that to if your parents, friends, siblings, spouses, if they did that to you and right in front of your face, right? You'd be like, yo, stop playing around, man. Stop trolling me. Stop fucking around. You'd assume like they're not being genuine or authentic. But for some reason, we made a whole fucking temple out of this shit. Fuck. Anyways, Also, with the sanctions thing, because it is an interesting topic. Important. My stance with sanctions. It probably had the. It wouldn't be boycotting, but it would look like boycotting to probably just to a lot of people. Where I wouldn't be like, hey guys, you should buy this or you should buy that, or not buy this or not buy that. I'll say, well, hey guys, these guys are doing this. Here's the actual facts of the information about like what they're doing. You make your own choice. Thus, I think it would come off as pretty natural. But hey, Coca-Cola's doing this. You guys gonna buy any more Coca-Cola or their products? What are you gonna do about that? Right? Yo, IBM's doing this. Gonna buy their products still? Or are you gonna go out of your way? Like, what did they move for? What was it? Bud Light? That's who they fucking moved for? Huh. I should tell you a whole lot. A whole lot about a whole lot of things. Holy Christ. Bud Light gotcha. So, yeah. There's no need for sanctions. If I tell the world this company is involved with doing this thing, like with direct evidence and all that shit about it, and it's true, they hear that and they're like, I don't care. Okay, this is the world you want to live in. This is the world you want to live in. I mean, until it hits your fucking doorstep. Now you care, obviously. Now you care. These are our fucking heroes in this world. Now you fucking care. Got it. Dummies. Here we go. More slop. Please, Marjorie, do something. Anything. Here we go.
We pass a budget that is overblown and ridiculous
Holy refresh. Try my internet fucking
every
up.
single year.
Whatever.
And we are dragging, we're going to be we're 37 now. It'll be 40 trillion in a matter of who knows months or
But
or
with
a year.
respect to Israel and like the sense it makes this alliance, what I hear you saying is fine, but they've got it. They're actually not facing an existential threat right now. They've devastated all their immediate enemies all around Israel. So,
And more propaganda talking points. Oh, they just destroyed everyone around them. It's like there are things that happen that are in tandem with that. But what the fuck am I doing? Here you go. Here's more slop.
Look at the action.
if this were a situation where Israel actually were on the verge of not existing,
I think we'd have a different conversation.
Okay, I
look
get
at,
it.
Look at that. I just go by. I'm a action versus words person. So for me, I'm like, wow, the 12-day war with Iran, which I was totally like, we shouldn't be doing this. Israel's a nuclear armed nation. Look at the outcome there. They did nothing to Israel. They did shoot missiles in there, but did they really do anything to Israel? No. And could they have? No. Israel's a nuclear armed nation.
That's not true.
They're surrounded by their enemies per se, and that's constantly said over and over again. But Israel is a nuclear armed nation. They can nuke these people off the planet if they want to. And they have proven with their actions what they will do to their enemies to the point of like I said, they're starving children in Gaza. There are innocent Christians have been killed. Christian churches have been bombed. They are proving that these 50 hostages that are left and they're demanding back, they are proving that they will turn the entire Gaza Strip to rubble to get their 50 people back. I think that's a country that America can say, they got it.
you got this.
But we're not doing the same thing for our people. That's
Right. We're kind of losing our.
I can leave. I could smell a whiff of and leave room for the idea that Marjorie Taylor Greene's just using this to like throw little points in there, here or there. But more importantly, what about the money? And it's like, is she appealing to Megyn Kelly's crowd by saying, yo, look how much money we're spending. Don't you guys like money? Yeah, also they're, blowing up children, whatever. But the money. And that can come from a place of meaning well in regards to political talking points. You bring up the money because you're trying to appeal to dummies that don't realize that, like, hey, blowing people up is not good. Like, do you need to get bombed for you to realize that this is not good? some dummies out there. Yeah, I think you actually do have to do that. Or they need some sort of messianic figure to tell them so. Right? But oh fuck. He's like, oh, they're killing people. They're killing Christians. They're killing Christians, man. And then, hey, if they're that good, just let them do it on their own. Why do we got to fund it for? And it's like, so if you weren't funding this, you wouldn't be against what's happening? I think she would say she would be against it. But like the things you have to say, I guess, to drive the point home to the dumb fuck audience that Megyn Kelly has groomed for years, apparently. Probably with tits and ass, let's be honest. Probably using her looks to kind of groom dumb fucks who think they're unimportant, most likely, right? People are like, oh, I don't mean anything, so I can just do this. No one's watching me. Who cares? Yeah, good luck. Good luck, Marjorie, with that. If you're doing that, maybe you're just part of the bullshit. But hopefully you mean well. But you gotta realize you're dealing possibly with a large amount of people that are diseased by apathy because they don't view themselves as important. They don't view their own importance, so thus bullshit can fly right in front of their face and they won't fucking do a thing about it. Straight up. Not intellectually, not physically. They'll do nothing about it. Until it's time for survival time. Right? When it's like, oh my god, I'm being threatened. Now I'm gonna do something. Now you care about yourself. But if you're living a nice little comfy little life, you might not fucking move for moral reasons. It's all, abstract in your fucking mind. Oh, it's something over whatever. I'm not feeling their pain, so who cares? Like, you better hope that guy from Jerusalem or the guy from Nazareth doesn't float down from the sky. You better fucking hope. Because it will be painful. Not physically, emotionally, and soulfully. It'll be fucking painful. Wait a minute, my decisions, matter? Fuck. But I'm not Megyn Kelly. Megyn Kelly's on TV. What I do doesn't matter. No one cares. No one's watching. You're watching, you idiot. You're there. You don't fucking care. Dummies. Anyways, let's keep going. Sorry. It's just kind of frustrating. When love exists, these things can get a little bit frustrating. Here we go.
Our shining city on the hill feel as you look back at our friend from Illinois and driving her car, and there are millions more just like her.
Tons of them.
I mean,
they're filled in my district.
If you told me tomorrow that we're pulling all the aid from Israel, I would say, oh, good God, who's going to decide where it goes? That's one of my other concerns here.
Like, write a check to Americans.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, that poor woman in her car, or it's like
Trump actually made some noise about giving rebate to people from the tariff income.
And everybody was like, thank God.
Real people were.
A rebate? And you have dumb fucks with no money that if he fucking all right, listen, guys, we have so much money in reserve. We're going to give out checks every month for everyone in America. You have dumb fucks with no money. That's communism, though. You can't do that. They're so brainwashed. They're so dumb as rocks. They look at through everything through a political lens. And they miss out on, they beg and pray for their own destruction. You could see it's like a fucking disease almost. I guess it's better than apathy, but it's still disease-like looking. Some fucking rebates. My fellow Americans, as of today, because we ended our wars, you all have coupons to Sears now. 20% off. Thank your new president. You're welcome. You're welcome. $5 off on any Arby's product. Thanks to your Lord and Savior, Donald J. Trump. You're welcome. Tax rebates. Insulting. Insulting.
They really are just talking about money, huh? They're-
Yeah.
I I don't know Marjorie that well. I know she's said a lot of controversial things in the past, which I can't even remember. But based on what we've seen today, or in this scope, it seems like she means well here. Why she's
I hope so.
pivoting to money, I don't know. Maybe it's a response to what. Maybe she's trying to see where Megan might bend or agree. I'm not really sure, but at the very minimum, we could say in Marjorie's circles of Congress, there are a lot of people who she's got to like look around and say, "Oh, these people, they really don't care," right? Like that's that's in her regular work environment. That
Yep.
she knows that a lot of people around her,
Yep.
for the most of the Congress, they just support whatever's going on for Israel. So yeah, it's gotta be weird. She's not like unexposed. Like as yeah, that's all.
It, I mean, here's best hopes. Considering the words I heard and the context of the situation, at best, the most thing you can hope for is that she's just appealing to Megyn Kelly's crowd. Like fuck Megyn Kelly. Like we heard her talk already. We know where she's at. Sorry, but maybe Marjorie Taylor Greene thinks she's talking to the crowd by like through Megyn Kelly, right? And like, hey guys, you guys care about money? We're losing money doing this. Come on, man. Come on, Satan. Come on. All right, let's keep playing. Here we go.
Giving rebate to
come
people
on,
from
guy.
the tariff income.
And everybody was like, thank God.
Real people were like that, but you know,
Yes.
sort of talking heads who work for like muckety muck magazines always said tisk tisk, use it to pay down the debt, which is another thing. But
Right.
they didn't want that woman in the car getting it directly.
Yeah. No, the sad reality
Such a
is that
psychopath.
so here's what I keep telling everybody
Megyn
in
Kelly's a
Washington.
psycho.
I'm like, oh, you think we're gonna win the midterms by spending all this stupid money again, not solving everybody's problems? Really, everybody's gonna run out and vote for Republicans again? It's not gonna happen. I think
But you have probably majority Republicans are in favor of what's happening, and the thing that you just said was like anti-Christian of a behavior. So is this a strategical play to? I guess it seems if she means well, that's the best she has. I'm sorry. She's too stupid and only can see like, well, you have you have an R next to your name, so that means you're better than someone with a D next to their name. Pause. Then like you're stupid. But let's just get this video over with. Like I don't know how many like different scenarios of different people. Maybe similar topic, right? About Gaza. A lot of similar topics with videos I do, but all different types of people. And somehow I did somehow dumb fuck Jordan on the internet figured that out. Somehow. All right, here we go.
by spending
grab
all
a
this
sign and
stupid
guard
money
that City
again,
Hall, man.
not solving everybody's problems. Really, everybody's going to run out and vote for Republicans again. It's not going to happen. I think people,
Especially when Trump is gone.
Okay.
So what do we think the
Psycho.
That's it. And she didn't. She ended it there.
My thumbnail right there. You dumb hot blondes. Mud wrestling. One's a psycho though. One's trying to work her way towards it. Fuck my life. I mean, well, what else do I say? I people who watch this channel you'll see so many like videos where I repeat information sometimes. I play clips repeatedly. I go over random stories about the same topic. And I guess it never reaches these guys. Like, ever, apparently. Well, okay. I think it does reach Megyn Kelly, and she's like, okay, how do I cover this up? Oh, fuck. It is what it is. There's your video, guys. Please subscribe if you feel like. Comment. Agree, disagree. Tell me what you think. Please go ahead. Don't worry. I sound sad right now. I'm not giving up, though. It's impossible for me to give up on anything. It is what it is. I'm just like nowhere. It's just missing out of every little space of quote unquote, more like mainstreamish, mainstream independent media, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Like, it's so blatantly everywhere. These people giggle as they're lying to you, and I guess people don't. Well, what do we do about it? Turn it off? I don't know. You could do that. I'll watch it for you. How about that? Give me all the views. I start abusing these children. No Epstein meant by that. All right. Yeah. Tell me your opinions about another person, more people on the list of either stupid or full of shit. I think, yeah. Marjorie is, if she actually cares about this topic, she's going about it in a very dumb way. Or she's in on the bullshit. Megyn Kelly, I'm sorry, you're so blatantly like that person. You're the counter to Candace Owens, but Candace Owens is full of shit too. In my humble opinion, sorry. I'm not saying I know. Just in my opinion, I think she's full of shit too. Thus, you guys are like, another one on the list of full of shit. But you can tell me in the comment section. Don't forget to share, support, hopefully donate to all the links in the description box. Check them out, read them, share them, then donate. All of it is very much appreciated. And of course, more than anything, give this video a thumbs down.